When you connect people, you bring together thoughts, ideas, ambitions. When you connect people, you connect their aspirations. This year, we set out on a journey across the breadth of the country, connecting people and bringing a few dreams to life. This episode, we follow Kit and Tipriti as they journey into Meghalaya, the abode of clouds, or rather, 1,000 melodies.
So Kit, how you been? And how's the band? I saw you guys with Farhan Akhtar and posters around.
That happened some time back. So it's been exciting tips. I think what Somersault has been able to do, we've taken projects, collaboration with new young artists, and that has given us a sense of purpose. And a few projects for the Election Commission, and after that, we're doing Mission Football, Anthem. And how about you? You've been traveling a lot.
It's been crazy with the band as well. And we've just been hopping from one city to another and doing the sleepless nights.
What does music mean to you, Tips?
Music to me is the food for my soul. What about you, Kit? What drives you?
I think music to me is a language. It's a mode of communication. So I'm a communicator at heart. And I subscribe totally to what you said also is music is like the soul and the calling.
Yes.
Okay, Tips, what do you think of this tag that we have for Shillong as the rock capital of India?
It disturbs me when I hear that.
Does it?
Yeah, because why is it called the rock capital? It's because people see a lot of music coming from here, right? But then, what did they know about the roots of our Khasi people? What our ancestors have taught? Our aspiration to connect people through our music.
It's more of a music city rather than a rock city.
Yeah.
Or a city of just, dedicated or committed to just one genre of music. The Khasi are people of the land, are people who believe in nature, and I see that music as air and water and as the trees and as the food that we eat are so embedded into the Khasi culture. And you cannot separate a Khasi from his music.
I've always known that there's something very special about the Khasi, and nobody's ever done a story about us. But I live this life and I know my people, and I've always dreamt that why don't somebody do something about our people? So Kit, why are we starting this journey with the Pawar?
See, the Pawar is the foundation of Khasi music, you can say. I think, Pawar takes us back to the roots. Rhythm, melody and lyrics, all three combine and converge perfectly in Pawar form.
Kobling api kobling api arca banja kendu te banja klat lajau soki umma. Oh ya, kabiang.
Biang deh, kabiang.
Kabiang
bet.
Ti barani, Pak Joel. Stunat pan mon dengan sino jong pi.
Stunat.
Ni ko ban long ka jingmut jong ni ka jingwan pi tolong ban song thu ya ga ni ka tem ka pot karwa ka seo jong ni ka thai ri bhoi jong pi. Kana man ka don hi ka jing dei bat ka ei ka rilom sita shalong jong ni. Babaru khai kini samla menta ki karen tang spang ta rock music.
Tharai menta ki kena kawan ke mobil kawan ke ni katai ki ya pej mobil hang taki klet no. Te mentagi nginang bat tang banga bat barani nginang bat kata tradisional. Andre karwai ke sel abangi yai salum sekat ro. Ngiruai taka balak jo no duk men beri men bajak.
Hakiwei pagi kita ni pada kapapalun kam di kiwei pada jajing tem. Balai pijet ban tem bat ban ruai kan kicing ruai tenrai bat ba pi tem ini kicing tem tenrai.
Mar bang kuat kata tradisional bagi dia kita tenrai. Banganga set pandon kam ba kata jing ruai hapar mangayai ngayang shalom sekat bro. Ngakwa kata tenrai. Bangi kuat ba menta banga set bat ba kana kesur tenrai. Bangayai shalom bro kadangkan mausa bala ya men beri menswa.
What's the most interesting part about this man is that he doesn't read nor write, but he writes songs in his head, which comes from his heart.
Even in the midst of all this, hopelessness of young people not really being impacted by this or being influenced by this, they still believe in what they do. I see hope in these artists.
Kadon ke surtan rai ke bangi ruai syapang ke paru apor bangi je klat semlar kadon. Bangi don kata ke suruai bang apor bangi let nemro bangi syat kata kada kente ngidon kata ke puar kata harus ngidon. Andre ngidon suka wai ke jing ruai bang bangi por bangi kurut lengka dan bangi yaj bangi apor ke jetri ngi jetri kum tu jetri sibur bangi jale sikuling kata ke nongkel yang
After interacting with them and talking to them and knowing what drives them to do what they do has just given me another hope that at their age, if they can do that, maybe I can try to learn and also help the future generation get connected to their roots.
Get inside. Kita jumut dengan juruai kayak mengimut ulang ban India. Pet ya kan kita ruspa kari kasih te mentah kesini dan pengen ni persangkum ban ya penwandor kita juruai. Kan umdai bandai kadang kejong ikong tip banjonga kan yawan lang wat pi kan dia penwandor lang dai power pi kan lo. Persang man sengap ikintin bagi yawan lang kagum kan. Ki hajar sab kati kilong shua manuban kit kakyata siyang
kilong shua kiman shua kibala bala siyang
Sesin majuan tapi kuat mantan
kilong shua kiman shua kibala bu happy hana aduan ka kajing sisa laban tiulong suwa.
What tips as artist and I my meeting with these artists yesterday, I thought it really opened my eyes and reconfirmed my aspirations. I'd really like to believe that, at least to me, Shillong is the music capital of India. What do you say?
I wouldn't like to claim anything, but I definitely know that music is embedded in our genes. And that's the reason why we have so many good musicians that comes out of this place.
It's there in our DNA. It's just there. It's like the air we breathe or the water that we drink.
Good start. Hajar Sur. Voices.
Ri ki hajar sur, meaning land of 1,000 voices.
The song that he has written is about the Khasi people. The Khasi people and their voice. That's the timing.
Actually, we can the lyrics we can write about all these musical instruments that come from these villages. We want to incorporate the musicians that we've met, because without them I don't think so the song will be complete. Shiphanka duitara oh Shiphanka Shiphanka mingba ut Shiphanka duitara oh Shiphanka mingba ut Ki hajar sur ki hajar sab I think the way we go deeper into the song and spend some time, it'll be beautiful.
Atau penhikaya nga kung doon tem ya kani kami
Untuk kejar nak.
deh
Atau dia tu? The maying is such a beautiful instrument. It's such a small piece. What did it teach you?
The maying is an instrument that you feel sad. You can just feel the sadness. And today I realized and I learned that maying is used at funerals.
They say that the process of mourning is also very important for life to sort of take off again. You know? And to know that music and maying playing that role with Kongjai, you know.
Beautiful. It's pretty common to know that music is part of the celebrations, but for the Khasi people to involve music in the afterlife, that is something unusual. I think it's positive because my aspiration for music is to just make people happy, and I think it has the same theme, and that's why I'm proud to be a Khasi woman.
Rock is perhaps not synonymous with other parts of India because of the cultural context. You walk in the streets of Shillong, people speak English.
Because the Welsh missionaries were the first to actually come and educate our people. It's got a lot of their teachings. They were the ones who came and set up schools, actually taught our people to read and write.
I remember as a kid when we would go to church, we would have these organs in church. For example, if you sing a Welsh tune, Khasi words using an organ or using a piano. How great thou art, how great thou art. But if I sing it in Khasi, Melong ba krau. You will not notice the difference except for the words that come out from my mouth.
Before the Welsh missionaries came to Shillong, we were just a bunch of tribes, simple people who work hard and love their music.
So there was a lot of cultural interface. That cultural interface was sort of a natural push for the Khasi people to learn English because of faith. It was more of a natural progression for English language then to become this mainstay in Shillong.
I have a dream.
The 60s was an important decade of change around the world. Reimagined socio-political concepts found expression in all forms of art, especially music. Dylan, Joplin, Cash all penned down songs that mirrored the aspirations of the common man, and these ideas immediately found a connect across the world. Especially in places unified by the same language, English. And with English already firmly in place thanks to the Welsh missionaries, the aspirations of the common man of Shillong connected with the ideas, the sound and the hope that this music promised. Since the practice of messaging through musical forms like Pawar already existed, the adaptation of American folk music was natural, almost organic, creating a new tribe in Meghalaya, a tribe of musical activists.
Tengah lah thok wujud wai halor kata ka bong bang iton kam
mình phân xúc cáiประเทศmình phân xúc cái mang sẵn làng đừng cầm cái gì cái số thụ chỉ một riêng ruồi cái bà ngã thọ cái bà kỳ cái cầm cái số tận cái way cái long cái chính xác thông bor trong cái kinh thị cái chính xác thông bor trong kinh thị
long cái message kila deliver kan ceki beriu dah
thôi
kiwa ya kita ki jumpa ki jumpi
A lot of ills in society, you know. I mean, he relates that to ignorance and he tackles those issues, whether it's HIV and AIDS, whether it's domestic violence or cancer. I think, silence is what we hear, right? He was able to tackle that silence, even if it's 2 lines. All of these messages, get across.
Yes, it just makes the heart lighter.
Exactly.
They ka kam jong pi ka dei be pi dei be uta unong tho jing rai but unong dry ba phim dan chu ka we ka kam ka pi le
em ngã đòn nó mà bà cũng bao lâu hin ta te mà nhẹ taxi mà là cái
I think the life of Lovely as a taxi driver and the fact that he meets, at least 1,000 passengers in a month, the conversations that happen in a taxi, and he gets all of that. He would have never been able to write those songs had he not been a taxi driver. Very, very unique perspective.
Te ba Lovely nga shkwa ban kali pi ba le ba hakum kini ki kep ba pitho ye ki jing rai chapang ki domestic violence AA ru ka eka ba penlong ye pi ba pen tho ye kini ki jing rai ha ka rukom ban pen sam rukhe ya ki nong snap
thế là đã ruai đã cái biria cũng đi cái số tận nát mà cái đi cái biria rồi bắt cái shot chinh một thì cái một cái sa apok cái chinh mau cái jumpi cái thôi.
But I think what actually works on ground zero is the fact that you are who you are what you are, and humor is the medicine.
It's the medicine, yes, absolutely.
Ngathai kajing kali kalong ni katenrai
jong hoi
katenrai jong khasi but kaput katem ti la nem ban panya khlat
cái chính số thụ của chúng ta từ cái một giá kini mla rồi bên bên khlat haba cái ngâu cái chính ruai cái chính pot cái chính tem lôi cái chuan sẽ cái nô cá chính lăng thế đây là đã ngâu tăng cái background cái một cái kham simpo cái bản chất score cái chính kran.
That says it all. It's almost that you can't separate between the community and music. So much so that in one of the villages that I had gone, they even give the name to the person by humming a tune.
Yeah.
What he said is very true. Music and the Khasi people converge and they are integrated and they are one and the same.
But Lovely has just got the perfect name for the job that he does and also the songs that he sings.
This is the song that he wrote just now.
Nga ai ku blai men ta kasni.
No.
Ya pi ki ba don lang bani. Kam tam ya ki blawan na do ngai ki para long na po Mumbai.
Oh yes, sweet. He's so lovely, isn't he?
The approach to writing Hajar Sur is very simple. We've used the culture of the place as a backdrop to our music. We wanted to have, I think, a folk fusion feel into it.
Working with Kid was very nice because I trust and I believe his mind and how he sees things.
I thought that working with Tibbs was going to be a difficult one, but you see Tibbs the way she is. She is who she is. There's no hidden agenda.
I'm a very simple person myself. I don't like to complicate things. And when I do music and when I see a smile on someone's face, that's medicine. It heals me bit by bit. I need to do this all the time.
It is a collaboration and a collaborative effort. It has to be a fair treatment to the music that sits restless in the laps of the Khasi Hills. I have had the chance to do a little study about the Khasi people and how they are integrated with nature and their respect for nature, which sadly doesn't happen now. But to have seen M1 using just a tiny leaf, dip in water and playing, and such beautiful sound coming out of it, it reaffirms that the Khasi are people of the land, and the expression through a putsla acknowledges that.
Baik bak kuno berkombo menga. Kawan seorang ni.
Pihak ban khliam dia.
Em rekam clear. Baik kumo menga.
Te kasla ka ba piju put ka de kasla in ka ba bang ek kasim.
Kim đây ban long ki balung.
Ki khap yaw hindiap.
Hai, ki đây ban kham yaw ki bastang. Kat nang stang kasla kat tanang riu kasol.
He's lucky because he does not need to buy an instrument. His nature has given him one. He just goes out and plucks. I mean, I have to carry my guitar and all of that.
But it's a very difficult thing to do, at least for me. I tried, but was not able to do it even half of what M1 was doing. And he in em yang ni kecingnya jan kecingnya day apreng chung brio.
Kumbang nganga sem sethe sejantia. Dak bisa don kepor bangidup. Kemen sem ka kuslai. Dai ngadon rengkat bat katem kaput. Nganem perwai bang adon bisa nem don bisa. Dan adon tang ke jingtem ke jingput.
Ki hajar sur ki hajar sap kathi
Ki hajar sur, ki hajar sap, kathi amdan. Meeting Ba M1 today has really inspired me in a way.
This guy has taught me, a great deal of lesson today. Music and money is important, but it is not as important as music. And when I met this person, it reaffirmed that statement is so
That's
true.
our roots.
That reflects our identity, and I personally believe that if we miss our identity, we miss it all.
So, Kit, how has this experience been for you?
It's life-changing for me. It's exciting, very transformational. And I think my perception about the things I do through music is going to change. I would hope that this song calls upon people to go back to their roots and look at the richness of music that we have.
I want to go back now and tell the band that we have to do something connecting with our roots more often. My name means to know my roots, which I've never, ever thought about it until now. I am a Khasi, will always be a Khasi, and that is my identity, and nobody can take that away from me.
To have Tip's aspiration and my aspiration working together, this is the opportunity for these aspirations to converge. And when these aspirations converge, I see the consequence of that is brilliance. This day is ended, It's like, it was such a good experience. But with the hope that perhaps one day we can do something like this again, I think it'll be great,
Yeah.
Cheers, Tata Motors.
Yeah. We're going to continue passing on the musical DNA that we have. Isn't that wonderful already?
hajar sur ki hajar sap kathi amdan
ki hajar sur ki hajar sap kathi amdan
ki long shua manu ban kit ka
khia ka
Rigi long shua manu ban kit ka khia ka
Shi phang
shun
ka tui tarao Shi phang ka ming ba ut Shi phang ka tin ba jam Shi phang ka tin jam nut O tiak I ma ring o Shi xiao I sur put sla Shi thap kak sing kan thei Bat ka wai ki than jong sha
Rigi hajar sur ki hajar sap ka thei
Rigi hajar sur ke hajar sap kat pi don
Rigi long mentangi de ban kit ka khi ka shun
Rigi long manta ngi de ban kit ka khi ka shan
Pawarna pahamber o kasnok na pendeng rei ka ut na snong tu ber o hapalor ne hadpe ban snap ya ki khana ki babang umyan barem ban im sne ya ka hok ban lai dro na ka ching tim
Rigi hajar sur ki hajar sap kat phi don
Rigi hajar sur ki hajar sap ka thi
Rigi long shua manu ban kit ka khia ka shun
Rigi long mentangi de ban kit ka khia ka
Pawarna pahambir bat kasnam na tundeng rei ka ut na snong tu ber o hapalor ne hatpei man stap ya ki khana ki babang umen barin ban jus ya ka hok ban lai thuna kai